The thunderous clang of their blades echoed deafeningly around the room. Their agility was superhuman, making it difficult to track the paths of their swords as they rapidly traded a flurry of unrelenting attacks.
見える見えるよお前の動きがこれなら一時もかからずに勝負がつきそうだな
Sparks flew as their sharp swords cracked into one another, and neither was willing to let up steam.
コードお前の相手は私がしよういざ尋常に
Amagiri called out to Father, dropping into a low fighting stance, but Father seemed unamused.
そう焦らずとも良いでしょう。せっかくの機会ですから、私の可愛い子供たちの相手をしてあげてください。
Father put 2 fingers to his mouth and whistled. From behind us, I heard the ominous creak of doors all sliding open. Within seconds, our worst fears were realized.
血をよこせ
We suddenly found ourselves surrounded by a bevy of red eyes, all eagerly looking to feast upon us. Amagiri was the first to react, throwing fast kicks and punches at the Furies funneling into the room, but...
聞かんぞ
Not even Amagiri's exceptional martial arts techniques could subdue the incoming Furies, and they closed in without flinching.
おのれ
Amagiri had the advantage of battle-worn experience and superior physical strength, but his attacks did little to stunt their vicious fervor, and soon dozens of Furies had us cornered. Father attempted to pry the Kodachi away from me, but it proved difficult as I jostled myself in his arm.
その手を離せ、コード。
Both Father and I became still as we watched Cosmo saunter toward us coldly.
バカな、なぜこんなに早く。もしや、カオル君が敗れたとでも。
I nodded, judging by his rare smile. It seems Kazuma understood everything.
お前には酷な眺めとなるだろう。目を閉じていろ。
I appreciate Kazuma's curt sentiment, but no. I am one of them. I too am a demon of the Yukimura clan. The least I could do is dignify him with the honor of watching his final moments.
見た目に似合わず気丈な女だ。後悔しても知らんぞ。
Kazuma seemed certain about it, but this was something I knew I couldn't regret. If this was the fate of Kaoru, Father, and myself, and so ends the legacy of the Yukimura clan. Father broke away from me to charge towards Kazuma, but it was no use. Their difference in power was palpable. Kazuma effortlessly swung his sword at the speed of light. As soon as I blinked, I watched a deep, wide gash appear across Father's sunken chest. I ran to his corpse, and something peculiar occurred. All of the color left his pale, freezing skin. His flesh began to smolder, similar to the burnt end of an incense, and slowly turned to ash in front of me. As he disintegrated before my eyes, what remained of his body floated away with the breeze, leaving behind nothing in its wake. Kazuma. I couldn't bear to look up at him. Whatever Kazuma had to say on the matter was an enigma to me, but for now, I took solace in the comfort of his arms. Because I don't think I could have stood by myself if I wanted to. What happened to Kaoru? Did you... What did I want to say? Kill him? The words wouldn't form in my mouth.
深手は負わせたが取り逃がした。鬼殺しの刀でつけた傷だからな。治るまでは相当の時間を要するはずだ。
The tone of Kazuma's voice gave me the impression that he was trying to put me at ease, but I doubted that Kaoru would completely heal from the wound of that magnitude. However, that he attempted to show me kindness made all the difference in this vulnerable moment. Father truly was a wonderful man. Truly. My heart felt so heavy that I barely noticed the tears sledding down my cheeks. He was a humble, generous man. He cared so much for his patients and always strived to better himself. I was proud to call him my father. For so many years, we lived as just the two of us. It was peaceful, far from anything like this. The bittersweet memory of my childhood came flooding back to me, which only seemed to exacerbate my flowing tears. I wonder what happened to cause him to change so drastically.
里を滅ぼされていなければ、かの者たちが悪しき心を宿すことなどなかった。すべては人間どもが成した悪行が原因だ。
There was a resentful undertone lurking underneath Kazuma's hushed voice. Kazuma was unashamedly proud to be a demon. Eventually, this pride morphed into hatred, a potent discontent for everyone he considered beneath him. For Kazuma, I can only imagine how difficult it must have been to murder one of his own kin. It's fine. I understand. Although humans were responsible for the death of my people, which led to them following this path of bitter revenge, Father and Kaoru chose to let it consume them to the point of no return. However, it was easier to talk about than it was to accept. I'm just so heartbroken. I sobbed so hard that my eyes began to burn. Kazuma, sensing my pain, gripped me tighter. I know what you mean, though. Some humans are unmistakably evil, but others are okay. Tears dripped into my mouth as I spoke shakily. But there are so many of them who commit their lives to pursue others other than power and money. In my experience, the Shinsengumi weren't concerned with selfish goals in order to live fulfilling lives. I wanted nothing more than to learn of their fate. I must find them, wherever they are. Now that I had lost Father, there wasn't many other convictions worth seeing to their end.
上野にいたまがい者どもは知らぬいがすべて片付けたそうだ。新選組の連中を追うつもりならば旅支度をしておけ。
He spoke curtly, leaving me with that as he exited my bedroom. I was startled by the creak of the front door. As I peeked my head out, I saw...
支度はできたか？
I nearly didn't recognize him, as he was sporting Western-style clothing that was so foreign to me. His new uniform clung to the dimensions of his body so nicely that I couldn't help but blush at how fetching he had looked. I looked away to keep from staring at him.
なんだその目は。もしやお前も筒袖を着たいのか？
Oh, no. Under normal circumstances, it was unlikely that anyone would ever see clothes like what Kazuma had been wearing. I don't need them. Besides, they look a little uncomfortable.
そんなことはない。むしろ和装より動きやすいほどだ。いつかお前にもあつらえてやろう。楽しみにしていろ。
Oh, no, I couldn't.
俺がお前に送りたいと思っているから送るのだ。つまらぬ遠慮などするな。
I followed Cosmo outside to the front yard, still overrun with weeds, and there stood... Oh, Shiranui. So you're the person waiting for us? Although I had clearly addressed him, Shiranui ignored me, making me think I was imagining things. After a moment, he stared at me intensely. Did something happen? Yet again, he didn't respond, choosing instead to chew on his lips as he chose his words carefully.
新選組に原田ってやつがいたのを覚えてるだろ?
Yo, no. No. No! I know I recognize the name Ueno! Of course. Harada was one of the kindest people I met when I lived with the Shinsengumi. It confused me as to why Shiranui would mention him. As I considered the possibilities, it hit me. It felt as though I had been struck with an arrow to the chest, and suddenly it was difficult to breathe. No. No, it can't be. Did something happen to Harada? I tried shooing these thoughts away, thinking myself as something of a cynic, but Shiranui spoke up.
原田のやつが亡くなった。上野で羅刹と戦った果てにな。
Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Ah! Harada! Oh, God. Sano! Even though I had braced myself for the possibility, nothing could soften the blow of the truth. Why would Harada? Because Dr. Matsumoto mentioned something about how Harada was no longer marching with the Shinsengumi. I had no idea he was involved in the battle at Ueno.
行動たちの動きを探ってた時、偶然あいつに声をかけられたな。こっちの事情を明かしたら変な義教心にでも駆られやがったのか。
Someone keep me from not pulling down Shiranui and yelling at his face right now.
急に俺と一緒に羅刹どもと戦うなんて言い出しやがってよ。俺が気に入ったやつってのはどうしてすぐに死んじまうんだろうな。
Although I watched Shiranui's lips moving, My mind instinctively muted everything else he was saying. I tried my best to focus on the image of Harada. There was nothing of worth that I could contribute, so I simply stood there, demoralized and numb. Harada, the epitome of bravery and manliness. Although to others it seemed like he was rough around the edges, I remembered him more as a gentle, courageous soul. How could someone so beautiful die so young?
泣いている暇などないぞ。奴らを追わねばならぬのだろう。
Harada! Ah! Fuck! Oh, fuck history. At some point, you just have to go, fuck history. So, yeah, I knew I remembered Ueno correctly. Ueno is where Harada died in actual real life. Presumably having left the Shinsengumi, and that is where his fate ended. I can't remember quite the other details, but knowing this Harada... Ow! Yes. Just as I thought Harada's death was the epilogue to our harrowing journey, it proved in fact to be only the beginning to the depressing news that awaited us beyond. Please end this chapter. I can't handle this. Please end this chapter. Please end this chapter. Please end this chapter. I don't want to listen to it anymore. I've reached a point. Ha ha ha. Oh, thank fuck. I need to save this game and get out of here. I need to save this game and get out of here. I can't. Save. Holy. Wait. Just go here. Just go to the freaking title. Oh!